Florida RV Super Show, and this absolutely caught my eye and dropped my jaw. This is a Ford F550, which is not a production vehicle. This has been built by Elevation Off-Grid. If you know anything about these trucks, you know that the F450 has less payload capacity than an F350. Well, they've changed all that with this rig. It looks like a production rig. The quality of construction is phenomenal. It looks like a expedition off-road vehicle with the big winch bumper on the front, the LED lights, and it has these massive Goodyear 335 80R20 super single tire set on this, which is something you'd expect to see on a military vehicle. With this vehicle, you get 40,000 pounds of gross vehicle weight rating. Is that correct? 40,000? Combined. So you can, so with a 450, you get less payload in the bed than the 350 because the truck actually weighs more. This 550 fixes all that. If you want to put on a massive Lance camper and haul your side-by-sides or your boat or your motocross dirt bikes out into the outback, there's nothing better than this. 4-wheel drive, 6.7 liter, 10-speed transmission, Ford quality aluminum body with a world-class suspension system on it by Liquid Spring. You might have heard of Kelderman Air Ride. This is in the quality and fit and finish of a Kelderman Air Ride. In other words, it's a world-class setup. I'll let Jeremy, the owner, explain a little bit about it, but you can see it's a completely replaced suspension system, and it has the ability to be lifted up 4 inches, I believe, for off-road. Jeremy, thank you for granting us this interview with you today.
Yes, sir.
Really impressed with your product. It's fantastic, the fit and finish. Now, you've actually lengthened the stock bed 4 inches because in addition to the extra payload capacity, you get, is it 4 inches longer wheelbase?
Yep.
Which will give you better stability, right?
Basically, you end up with 3 to 3.5 inches of additional cab to axle length. Depending which Ford spec book you read, there's a variance of 1/2 inch. So basically, everyone seems to think that you throw a bed on a 550 and call it a day, but that's actually not it. You have an additional 4 inches you still got to make up somewhere. So basically what we did is we came up with a proprietary design and extension process that allows us to manufacture the bed in-house. So we manufacture the bed in-house, and it took us a while to engineer it and develop it, but once we did, it's perfect. It's serviceable by any Ford certified shop in the country.
Guys, we paused it for a second because we had Dumb and Dumber one-man band going by here and we couldn't hear ourselves. So where'd we leave off?
Bed manufacturing. So we manufacture the bed in-house, and we're really proud of it. It's the first time it's been done in the world, and we're the only ones who do it. It's going to stay that way.
As a consumer looking at this product, what I like most about it is you can't tell the bed was lengthened, but you can look at it and say, I own a 450, something special about this truck. The front fender flares, the front bumper, the super single wheels, really puts it in a class all its own. And the ride quality, tell us about the ride quality.
So because we only sell trucks with liquid spring suspension, basically what you get is a truck. This truck specifically has a 9,500 pound payload capacity. This rig as is about 4,100 pounds with the battery banks that are in this camper. You get into your 350s, 450s, you never get over 5,600 pounds with the crew cab 4x4 configuration. This truck has a 9,500 pound payload. So
how does that compare to the 450?
450 is right around 4,600 with
so double.
Crew cab
you have double the capacity of a 450. That's huge.
Double capacity of a 450.
And the tow capacity is much greater also.
Yep. All of our builds are excess of 30,000 pounds tow capacity.
How do we get a hold of you if you want to buy one?
www.elevationoffgrid.com works. Our website isn't finalized yet. Best way, Instagram, sales@elevationoffgrid.com.
Give them a call. They're selling fast. They've sold a bunch at the show, and they actually have trucks available, I think, don't you?
Yep. So we do have cabin chassis on order that have been on order. And
this thing about this truck is, although it's got much bigger capacity, it rides better than a 350 or 450 because you've got this world-class suspension system on here, which I got to show the guys. Look at the quality of that spring, and you get a bigger rear end, you get bigger brakes, higher capacity. But as you were saying, Jeremy, tell us about the ride quality.
So the biggest thing with this truck is we haven't increased the payload ratings, we haven't increased the tow ratings. So all that stays the exact same, but what we have done is with the suspension that we sell our trucks with, you get a 9,500 pound payload, in excess of a 30,000 pounds towing capacity. And when you drive this truck empty, it rides like an F-150 Platinum.
That's huge. For a daily driver, you couldn't ask for more.
You can daily drive this truck. You can drive at 85 miles an hour down the
year
highway,
round too. Snow, mud.
Year round, snow, it doesn't matter. This truck is made for a guy who wants to put one of these in it for a weekend and use it to pull a boat or use it to go to Home Depot on the weekend.
And did we mention it looks badass? I think we might have left that part out.
It's the most badass truck in the world.
It is.
Yeah,
And I might have said, I got to say it again. We said it on our earlier videos. There's more world-class F450s in this parking lot, including mine. I have a 2020 King Ranch Ultimate, and they're loaded with custom F450s and 350s out there. But none of them have the curb appeal of this F550, especially when you hit the button and it raises up 4 inches. And none of them ride as good as this, and none of them have the off-road capability with the increased clearance and the bigger, gnarly tires. So, and it's unique. You know, it's something. I mean, there's a couple F450s out there that look exactly like mine. You're not going to mistake your elevation off-grade rig with your neighbor's F350 or 450. It's a cool, badass truck. So hats off to the brains behind the operation, you who came up with this concept. It really is a world-class thing. And again, he's lengthened the bed on this. Tell us a little bit. You're a Ford certified aluminum body repair. You guys have a background in auto body, and that does not look modified. That looks stock. The average shop can't do that. So you guys are, in fact, a Ford certified.
Yeah. So basically, we started in the automotive industry as a collision center. So we've been repairing these trucks for close to 10 years. We've been building these trucks, rebuilding them from accidents for 10 years. So when we came up with a proof of concept to make and build a 550 pickup truck, we had already made the investment of $250,000 in the Ford certified tooling. We already had the technicians that are Ford certified. So when you talk about replacing panels on these trucks or building one of these trucks, they're all self-piercing rivets. It's all blind rivets, structural adhesives, and that's something that we did every day. So I think that's the biggest reason we were able to complete this project and turn it into a production truck that we're going to sell to consumers.
It looks exactly like one that could have came off a lot, the Ford dealer, except for it's much more badass.
Thank you.
And as far as the quality, there is no better quality diesel motor than the 6.7 and the Ford fit and finish, the cabin chassis. It's an aluminum body, so it's not going to rust out. This could be a forever truck. You buy one of these trucks and take care of it, it'll literally last you 30 years. Just change the oil, keep it clean, and it'll run forever. They're 250,000 mile and up trucks, so they're built to a different standard. And as far as the RV industry is concerned, we all know that the campers don't have a standard like the ISO 9000, 5000, all the standards the automotive industry is held to. The camper industry is not. So if you buy a Class A versus a truck in camper, the truck, you're getting world-class daily driver reliability. You get a camper like that one over there, it might fall apart on you. This 450 is not going to fall apart because Ford would be out of business if it did in warranty claims. So world-class capability, world-class looks. And as far as the options go, you can get obviously all the different Ford options you want, colors, I suppose the rims. What are the options that they can get on this?
So this truck is called our Black Edition. It's essentially the top of the line. This truck, buck stop wheels. These are DOT certified 7,000 pound capacity per corner. It's a badass wheel. There's years and years. This truck, Black Edition, comes with we call it our lighting package. All Baja designs, exterior lighting. These are rigids. They're actually going to be changed. Also for Baja designs, we want everything on this truck to be 100% made in the U.S. And currently, the only thing that's not made in the U.S. in our build process is these lights. So rigid, quit building these in Mexico and we'll buy them from you. Otherwise, we're going to stick with Baja.
So made in America, by Americans, with American components,
100%.
For Americans.
100%.
Although there may be some guys from Saudi Arabia that need to have this too. So you'll ship them overseas too, won't you?
Absolutely.
But if you want an all-American badass rig, this is it, folks. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Real pleasure. The vehicle speaks for itself, but we needed to hear from you, and I need to throw my 2 cents. I'm a truck nut, and this thing just checks off all the boxes, especially with the camper in the back. So wish you guys the best of luck. They just started selling these trucks this year. They have some available. Give them a call before they're sold out. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.